The 2025 NBA Draft is tomorrow night. After months of speculation, we will finally get to see where these new young players are going to end up. Some franchises are about to draft a future star in the league. Some are about to pick a bust that will go down in history. We can try to predict, but we won't know for sure until many years pass. Today, I thought it'd be a lot of fun to talk about 3 winners and losers going into draft night. Which players have set themselves up beautifully at the very end, and which ones have doomed their futures. Of course, I am being a bit hyperbolic. These could all turn out to be exactly incorrect, but it is still fun to speculate and talk about. Before we get started, please do me a big favor and like the video, as it helps me out far more than I think you guys realize. Become a channel member if you want to support me directly, and subscribe for future basketball related content. I am trying to hit 1 million subscribers before draft night, so let's try to make that happen. The first winner today has to be Noah Essendje, the French forward who played ball this past season in the German Domestic League and Eurocup. Throughout the year, he impressed scouts, showcasing a strong and crafty ability to score around the rim. What makes him a winner, though, is how much his stock has risen without needing to go to the draft combine or meet with any NBA teams. The German league actually runs longer than the NBA, so he had to leave his club prior to their finals wrapping up in order to attend draft night. A pretty wild situation I'm not sure has ever happened. Essendje was mocked around the second half of the first round by most boards back in May, but today most scouts have him in the middle to late lottery, thanks to his impressive performances in the German postseason. Is he getting too much hype, or are scouts finally just actually watching him play and realizing how good he is? The first loser today will be Ace Bailey. You probably saw this coming. It is not often that a top prospect will intentionally try to tank their value leading up to draft night, but that is exactly what Bailey has decided to do. After being a consensus 3rd overall pick by most between the draft combine and up to a couple weeks ago, it came out that he has begun refusing to meet with teams picking right around where he is expected to go. Bailey flat out rejected a meeting with both the Philadelphia 76ers and Charlotte Hornets, making it clear he wants to be the face of a franchise for a team on the East Coast. So it's looking like DC or maybe Brooklyn are his preferred destinations. But then again, we have seen teams pick guys they didn't meet with. Philly, for example, selected both Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain without any formal interviews. So maybe this will be a blip in history, or maybe it is a strategic decision that will either work out or completely ruin Bailey's career. Either way, tanking your draft stock makes you a loser, technically speaking. Our second winner today is a direct result of Ace Bailey doing what he has done. VJ Edgecombe has gone from what looked like a future with the Charlotte Hornets, the worst run organization in all of the NBA, to now with the Philadelphia 76ers. Not to say playing in Philly will be a cakewalk, as they probably have the most rabid fans and detractors in the sport outside of LA, but he will be joining a win now team with veterans who have been there and done that. VJ will not be thrown to the wolves and be expected to make magic happen like what happens to rookies in Charlotte. He is likely going to come off the bench or play off ball most of his rookie year, which will help him learn the NBA game at an easier pace. VJ is a talented young player who I am really excited to watch in the NBA, and him not being forced to develop in Charlotte is going to be a gift. Our second loser leading up to draft night is Liam McNeely. Being an American 5-star recruit is both a gift and a curse. It means you are guaranteed a spot at just about any school of your choice, and regardless of how your freshman year plays out, you will be given the benefit of the doubt because you are so young. McNeely for a long time was expected to be a mid to late lottery pick for this reason, but scouts are starting to look closer at the footage and crunch the numbers. McNeely is just not a good shooter. He's not a good defensive player. He's not a freak athlete. He doesn't have long arms, and he does not have many glue guy attributes. He is out there to be a team's primary scorer, and unfortunately, I don't think anyone picking between 7 and 14 is excited about him filling that role for their team. Mocks are comparing his career outlook to guys like Corey Kispert, a barely serviceable floor spacer. Why would an NBA team with a lottery pick and a strong draft pick a teenager who they have to pay millions to for the right to develop his game, with the ultimate outcome almost certainly being him due for a second contract while he is still not ready but too young to give up on? It sounds like a trap. His stock has been falling lately, and it makes a lot of sense why. Our last winner leading up to draft night is Joan Behringer, another international prospect who has seen his name rise steadily since the draft combine. What people like about Behringer is that he is a 7-foot-tall teenager with long arms and good hops. People see these raw physical attributes and their mouths start to water. Interestingly though, there is not a true correlation between wingspan and success in the NBA, but never mind that right now. Behringer just spent the past season in the Adriatic League, but did not make much of an impact other than an off-the-bench rim defender. But he has only been playing organized basketball for a few years, so theoretically he still has a lot to learn, which could lead him to become something special. Honestly, I am not as high on Behringer as most people are. I saw how Lucas Nagira's NBA career went, but Behringer is his own person. He could put it all together and be the next Rudy Gobert or Clint Capella and have a long, impactful career. I'm just worried that he is very far from that point, and it's going to take him a lot of time and a lot of money to get to that point, and he probably won't even be on the team that drafts him by the time he gets that good. After being a second-round pick almost exclusively for months, he now sees his name mocked as high as the late lottery. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. And finally, my third loser heading into draft night will unfortunately be Rocco Zikarsky. The former age group swimming champion is crazy tall, crazy long, and moves very well. But Rocco could not have had a worse second year in the NBL if he tried. Brisbane just did not value his presence for whatever reason. And sure, he didn't look good in his few random minutes here and there, but how could such a bad team just sit their lone NBA prospect as much as they did all year long? He went from being a destined first-round pick who some thought could play his way into the lottery to a guy who is now likely to be picked as low as the 50s. A very bad spot to be. Rocco is going to be crossing his fingers and hoping he lands with a team that is actually willing to use him. Being drafted and stashed by a good organization is a near-death sentence to an NBA career. If he can at least get a real NBA contract, he will have a shot at proving he belongs in the league. I really am hoping this summer league goes well for him because that's probably going to be his only shot at proving he belongs in the NBA. So there you have it, my day before draft night winners and losers. I'm sorry for such a short video, but I wanted to get it out because tomorrow's the big day. How will tomorrow play out? How will their rookie years go? And what are you expecting from them in the NBA as a whole? Please let me know your thoughts down below, like the video if you have not already, consider becoming a member if you want to support me, and subscribe for more basketball related content. I will see you all next time.